Hello students, myself Professor Katrabad Basilila Suresh, working as a lecturer in Electrical Engineering Department from Brahmadev Dada Mane Polytechnic. Today we will see the course that is subject electrical circuits. In that first topic, single phase AC series circuit. Single phase AC series circuit. First bit we will see generation of alternating voltage, phasor representation of sinusoidal quantity. First we will see generation of alternating voltage. Single phase generation we will study. To generate AC voltage, first we will require three basic needs in electrical machines. In any electrical system, the generation is always AC. After we will convert that AC into DC when we will require. First we will see generation of alternating voltage. First we will see construction. First basic needs will be there. We will take two pole, north and south pole. Continuously magnetic flux is passing from N pole to S pole. That is uniform magnetic field. We can say uniform magnetic flux. In that we have simply kept a conductor, single conductor. First we will study single conductor. This is a construction of generation of alternating voltage. What are the three basic requirements to generate AC voltage in any machine? First is magnetic field, that is north and south pole. Second is conductor is required. Third, relative motion between magnetic field and conductor. Either we have to rotate conductor or we have to rotate magnetic field. Either we have to rotate conductor or we have to rotate magnetic field, that is relative motion. These are three basic requirements. First requirement is magnetic field, that is we have shown north and south pole. Second requirement is conductor, we have shown here. Third requirement is relative motion. So we can take a turbine or prime mover. Here we are not shown, so just we represent. With the help of turbine, we can rotate this in anti-clockwise direction. So this is construction. Next we will see working. How to induce voltage, alternating voltage. So whenever we are rotating the conductor with the help of turbine or prime mover, whenever we are rotating this conductor with the help of turbine or prime mover, that conductor cuts the magnetic flux. That conductor cuts the magnetic flux. According to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, that is Faraday's first law, EMF will be induced in that conductor. What is Faraday's first law? Faraday's first law states that whenever conductor cuts the magnetic flux, whenever conductor cuts the magnetic flux, an EMF will be induced in that conductor. Means whenever a conductor is rotating in a magnetic field, it will cuts the magnetic flux. Hence, according to Faraday's law, EMF will be induced in that conductor. Means according to Faraday's first law, EMF will be induced in conductor. Next we will see the positions first position at theta equal to 0. At theta equal to 0, conductor is kept in horizontal direction, means both magnetic field and conductor. We are not shown here magnetic field. So assume here magnetic field will be there. So conductor and magnetic field both are in horizontal, so both are in parallel. Therefore EMF will be always 0. Whatever EMF, that will be always 0. Means when conductor and magnetic flux both are in parallel, there is no EMF because there is no flux cutting. So we have shown here waveform graphical at voltage with respect to time period omega t. At theta equal to 0, induced EMF, that is voltage 0. Voltage 0 means at theta equal to 0, there is no EMF, it will start from 0 position. Next, again we are rotating the conductor anti-clockwise direction with the help of turbine. So at theta equal to 90 degree means we are rotating the conductor anti-clockwise direction. Second position is theta equal to 90 degree. At theta equal to 90 degree, both conductor and magnetic flux, are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, maximum EMF will be induced. We have shown here at theta equal to 90 degree means we are rotating the conductor 90 degree. So both magnetic flux and conductor are 90 degree, hence maximum flux cutting will be there. So maximum EMF will be induced. Means from 0 position we are rotating the conductor. So gradually voltage will be increasing. At theta equal to 90 degree it will be maximum. Next, again we are rotating the conductor from 90 degree to 180 degree. So third position, that is 180 degree. So again gradually flux cutting is decreasing. Cutting is decreasing means waveform will be decreasing. So at theta equal to 180 degree means reverse position of first position, that is first position theta equal to 0 and third position theta equal to 180 degree. Both are same but equal and opposite. So at this condition again magnetic flux and conductor both are in parallel, therefore no flux cutting, therefore induced EMF is 0. We have seen it shown here. Gradually from 90 degree induced voltage decreases, it will become 0 at 180 degree. This is the third position. Next, fourth position at theta equal to 270 degree means again we are rotating this conductor anti-clockwise direction. So fourth position theta equal to 270 degree. At this condition again conductor and magnetic flux both are perpendicular to each other. Therefore maximum EMF will be induced. As conductor is rotating, so flux is cutting. Again flux cutting increases, so EMF will be increases and it will become maximum at 270 degree. That is theta equal to 270 degree. Again at last position after 270 degree, theta equal to, we will show here, theta equal to last position, that is 0 position. Theta equal to 360 degree. That is first position, 0 position. First position and last position both are same. that is here 1 and here 2. Means again, as conductor is rotating in a counterclockwise direction, flux cutting decreases from 270 degree, induced voltage decreases. At theta equal to 0, it will become 0, because at theta equal to 0, again conductor and flux both are in parallel. Both are in parallel. So EMF will be 0. So in this way, we have studied generation of alternating voltage by single conductor. Next, we will see some basic definitions. Before going to see basic definitions, the induced voltage standard equation is E equal to Em sin omega t. This is a standard induced voltage sinusoidal equation of voltage. E equal to Em sin omega t or V equal to Vm sin omega t. So here Em or Vm represents maximum induced voltage. Maximum induced voltage Em. Sin represents, as waveform is sinusoidal, so it is denoted by sin, and this omega t represents span. Omega means 2 pi f angular frequency, as 2 pi means 360 degree. 2 pi means 360 degree span. So we have shown here omega, and with respect to time period, waveform is continuously running, so with respect to time we are showing here. Next we will see some basic definitions. First definition, waveform. Second definition, cycle. Third definition, time period. Fourth definition, instantaneous value. Instantaneous value. Fifth definition, frequency. First we will see these 5 basic definitions. First definition is waveform. The definition of waveform is, we have shown here already, waveform is nothing but graphical representation of voltage or current with respect to time. Graphical representation of voltage or current with respect to time is known as waveform. It may be a voltage or current. We have shown here voltage. Next, cycle. Cycle is nothing but one complete set of positive and negative half cycle is known as cycle. One complete set of positive and negative half cycle is known as one cycle. This is known as one cycle, that is positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Next definition is time period. Time period is defined as the time taken by an alternating quantity to complete one cycle, that is positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Time taken by an alternating quantity to complete one cycle is known as time period. Generally it is denoted by capital T and its unit is second. Next definition is instantaneous value. That is fourth definition, instantaneous value. Instantaneous value is defined as the value of an alternating quantity at any instant of time period is known as instantaneous value. means at any instant, suppose we are considering here t1 time period, at this t1 time period whatever the value, that is known as instantaneous value. Again second t2, at this instant whatever the value, that is known as instantaneous value. Means at a particular instant whatever the magnitude or value, that is known as instantaneous value. Generally it is denoted by v of t or e of t. Now next definition is frequency. The frequency is defined as number of cycles completed per second. Here we are showing 1 cycles. N number of cycles are completed in 1 second, that is known as frequency. Generally it is denoted by capital F and its unit is hertz. Next definitions we will see in a next lecture. Thank you.